This is a demonstration of electromagnetism, and this is part of a lab. You're going to do a lab assignment, but I'm just going to demonstrate this and show you the data that I get, and I'm going to record it on this table up here, and you can record it on your worksheet too if you'd like. And then when you do the assignment, what you're actually going to do is you're going to see lab results from a group of different teams working together, and you're going to see very varied results. Okay, so let's start with this demo. And what I'm going to do first, I'm going to do 5 different cases. In the first set of cases, I'm going to vary the voltage by having a 1.5 volt battery, which is 1 battery, and then having a 3 volt battery, which is 2 batteries in series. Okay, and what I'm going to do is that I'm going to look at how many paper clips I can pick up with each one. Okay, I'm going to leave I have 3 electromagnets, a 20 wrap, a 40 wrap, and a 60 wrap electromagnet. They're all the same nail, it's all the same wire. And what I'm going to do is for the voltage experiment at the top, I'm only going to use the 60 wrap electromagnet. I'm going to keep that electromagnet constant. Okay? Then I'm going to go down to the next part 2, and in part 2, what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep the battery constant. I'm going to use the 3 volt battery, but I'm going to vary the number of wraps, 20, 40, and 60, and we'll see what happens there. Okay? Okay, so let's get started. So what we're going to start with is the 1.5 volt, 1 battery, okay? And we're going to do the 60 wrap. So we'll take this guy, and I'm going to hold him like this. And the way I'm holding him is just to hold him with my fingers, because that's the easiest. And I want to use a minimum amount of wire here, so this should work okay. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to just hold the point down of the electromagnet, and let's see, hopefully it'll work. Oh, I think it's going to. Okay, so this is the 1.5 volt, and I'm going to pull it over here so I can see. You can see that I've now created an electromagnet, obviously, haven't I? Now, when I release the power, notice that they fall, well, except for one, they do fall, and so the magnet turns itself off, right, when I take the power source away. So how many did I get there?
10.
10, okay. So that's with the 1.5 volt battery, and I'm going to write that. This is kind of space limited, so I'm going to write that there, okay? Okay, I've got a tight space. Okay, now we're going to go to the 3 volt. So to do that, I put these batteries in series. I basically put them together, like this. Okay, now these are 2 batteries in series, and if each one is 1.5 volts, then the series is now 3. Okay, so now I've doubled the voltage by putting the 2 batteries together. So when you have a flashlight at home, and you notice that some flashlights have 1 battery, some have 2. That's because you want to have you want a flashlight with higher voltage and more capacity. Okay. Okay. So now I'm going to put this on it. Same one, same electromagnet, 60 wraps. The first one was 10. Let's see what we can do with this one.
Oh.
Let's find out. Hopefully it. Let's see if it's better. It might be, I don't know, it may not be a huge amount better. Let's find out. How many?
12.
12, okay. It's not a huge amount improved, but it is bigger. So the second higher voltage, I picked up 12 clips. Now this isn't, I'll be honest, this is not super scientific, right? Obviously, because we're not measuring a lot of things in detail. And you know, when I put the electromagnet down in that pile, it's not exactly the most scientific way to do this, but I think it gives you the idea, right? Okay, so now let's go on. We're going to do wire. Okay, we're going to use the 3 volt. Okay, and so we're going to do 20 wraps first. So we'll pick up this guy, and hopefully these wires are long enough that I can make the, whoa.
Oh boy.
Oh, that was cool. Now let's see if we can put that back in there, which we can. And I'm going to stretch this out. I've got to really stretch this out to make this work because I don't have a lot of wire here. And I hope I have this connected. Let's hope we do.
Whoopsies.
Let's keep working on that. So there's a kind of a, you've got to kind of have a little bit of dexterity here, right? Okay, now we got the thing, and I'm going to try pointing it again. Whoa.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, we'll get a few. No, I'm not getting many. I'm trying. Okay, there we go. And that's not a great one, is it?
2.
2. Geez, that's like worse than I would have thought. Okay. We'll go with it. So that's 2 for the 20 wraps. Okay. And that was kind of hard to do because I didn't have a lot of wire on that. Okay, let's try again. Now we're going to the 40 wraps. I got a little more wire on this one, so hopefully this one will be a little bit easier to use.
Let me put these back.
And here we go. And I put the point down again this time. Make sure I get down there so I can pick it up. Okay, and come on over here. Hey, not bad.
1,
How many is
2,
that?
3, 4, 6.
6. Wow, okay, great. So that's the middle one. That's the 40 wraps. I'm gonna write that to the side. Okay, and then the last one. Now this is a similar case to the one we've already done. So we could skip this case and just say, well, it's gonna be 12, okay? Because we've already actually run this case, right? But we're gonna try it again just to see. Just because I never know when to say stop. You know, when to say, oh, this is good enough, okay? Okay, so if this is working right, we should get 12 again. Let's find out.
Oh.
Well, maybe not. Might help if I got it connected, though.
Oh, there
Here we go. Okay.
There we go.
So what do we get this time?
Oopsies. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14.
14, not bad. Actually, that's pretty good. So, you notice? So we actually repeated an experiment. The 60 wraps, 3 volts, was done twice. We got 12 one time and 14 the other. That's not bad, actually. That's pretty repeatable. So what have we seen? We've seen that if we increase the voltage, we get some increase in the electromagnetic strength. We see that if we increase the number of wraps, we get a really significant increase in the electromagnetic strength. It goes from 2 to 6 to 14. Okay, so I'm going to give you some more data for some other teams in class, and you're going to evaluate that data in combination with what you've seen here. And then I want you to write down your results and your conclusions in the assignment.